what you can never do, which is the argument with conventional physics, which says this is actually possible, is that I can't have, just as Newton made clear, I can't have an amount of force in an object, have it hit something, bigger, and have more force, more momentum, more greater amount of mass moving of velocity. I can't have that. It can't happen because we're not changing how many electrons and protons there are here. We're changing the number, but we're not changing their capacity to absorb force. So obviously, if it's 3 times heavier, it has to go 3 times slower.
Now we're getting a changing of the goalposts, aren't we? So this is what you used to argue. The 1 mass and the 3 mass collide, and they go back with 1/4 of the initial speed. So we've got the initial speed of 10, mass of 10, that gives us 100. 1 mass comes back with 1/4, 2.5 times 10 equals 25. And 2.5 times 30 equals 75. You add them together, that gives you the initial momentum of 100. That's what you've argued continually happens. Doesn't happen, obviously, but that's what you've argued. And now you're arguing something completely different. So now you're arguing that the 1 mass comes in, so with 10 mass, 10 velocity, and that gives you the 100 momentum. And you're saying now that the only thing that can happen is the 1 mass hits the 3 mass and it goes 1/3 the velocity. So 30 times 3.333 recurring gives you 9.999 recurring, which is the 100 that conserves momentum. Because you're saying now that's the only thing that can happen. Obviously, if this 1 mass was to go back, you sum the momenta. So in your model, if that went back at all, it'd be creating free momentum, because obviously we've got the 100 there. So if this was to move back at all, it doesn't conserve momentum in your model. That's what you're now saying happens. Clearly, that doesn't happen. You know the reflection happens. You've even argued that over and over. So again, you're just changing the goalposts. And again, if this really happened, I asked you this recently in your model, why isn't this predicted? Now you're predicting it, and that doesn't happen. You know there's a reflection. So it's clear that you do watch these videos and you listen, but you don't hear, do you? That's the thing. So you completely bulged yourself up now on this one, because you've got to show that happens, and you know that doesn't happen because you've argued aggressively against it.